Yes, unicorns are real. On my YouTube channel, I'm going to be doing a bunch of goal-related views. So I thought it might be fun to break up some of the goal videos with some fun story time videos, because I know I personally love watching them, so maybe I can share my awkward stories with you too. So today's topic is awkward breakup stories. I'm not going to use any of the guys' real names, so if you hear me drop a name, it's not like, ooh, it's that person. I'm making up the names, just for the sake of them. Okay, so I guess I should go from chronological order. So I'll start in middle school. I was dating this guy named Mark. I was dating this guy named Mark, and I remember this being really, really awkward because I was at a band concert, and it was like right before I was about to go on to perform, and he's like, yo, Katie, I'm gonna break up with you, okay? Bye. And like literally right before I was walking on stage. So I went on stage and like my eyes were red, my face was like bright red too, because when I get embarrassed or like shocked, my face just lights up. It's like my tell. I'm an open book. So like I go on stage and like obviously it looks like I'm about to burst out in tears, and I just like awkwardly am like playing my saxophone like so that's why that was awkward. It wasn't awkward in the moment, but now that I look back on it, I'm like, I should have just said like, teacher, I can't go on stage. I am messed up. So, but instead I was like, no, I have to do this. So I just awkwardly walked on stage, almost crying, and played saxophone. So, yeah. So second awkward breakup story also happens to be in middle school. So one thing about me is when I get nervous, I laugh. I am a nervous laugher. And it's a really bad habit. It's a super, super bad habit. So in middle school, I was dating this guy. It wasn't for too long. It was more one of those like relationships, like he was a good friend of mine, and all my friends were saying like, oh, you should date him. So then I ended up dating him. I gave him like a chance. We went on a few dates. It wasn't really going anywhere. So then I was like, dude, we need to break up. Well, let me get into the story. That didn't happen. So I'm an awkward laugher. Keep that in mind. So I'm talking to one of my friends, let's call her Sierra, and I was talking to Sierra and I was like explaining like, I need to break up with this guy, but I'm really worried because I have this issue, and she's like, what is it? And I'm like, I'm a nervous laugher. And I'm like, I'm gonna be breaking up with this guy, he's my friend, I'm gonna be so nervous, I'm really scared. I'm gonna just start busting out laughing. Like, what is he gonna think? He's either thinking like, oh god, I dodged a bullet, she was a crazy girl, or like, oh my god, she has a heart of stone. So I was like, Sierra, not Sarah. Sierra, could you please break up with him for me? So Sierra says like, yeah, sure, like, what do you want me to say? And she's like, but the only thing is like, I feel kind of awkward doing this, so if I go, will you like stand next to me? I'm like, yeah, like, thank you so much. Yeah, I could totally just stand next to you. I'm just really afraid to break up with this guy, because this was only like the second guy I was dating, and he was like a really close friend, and this is the first time I ever broke up with someone. So I meet him in the library in the morning, and I go to him, and I was like, Sierra has something to tell you. And he's like, okay, yeah, okay. And then Sierra goes to him and is like, Katie wants to break up with you. She's having me do it. She just is really nervous, and she's afraid she's not going to be able to say everything she wants to say. Like, she's just going to stand next to me, and she told me this. And like, she tried to be good about it, but there's really no good way to like break up with a person through a person, you know what I mean? She starts going into it, and I just start busting out laughing. I am laughing so hard. I'm covering my face. I'm trying to hide behind Sierra. My face turns bright red, so it's super obvious. And luckily, I think the guy thought I was crying, because you know how laughs sometimes can sound like cries, and I was like trying to cover my mouth to like muffle it, and like my face was bright red and I was hiding behind my friend. So I think he thought I was like crying because I was just very upset that I had to do this. But in reality, I was like busting out laughing, not because I was actually like, oh my gosh, this situation's funny, but just because like I'm a super nervous laugher. And like finally my laughs subside when is that a word? Subside. Huh. Finally my laughs subside, and she is like, oh, Katie. And then like I think she was trying to like, she realized the situation and she could see the guy was worried, so like she kind of tried to make it be like, oh yeah, she is crying. Yeah. And then like the guy ends up like giving me a hug, and he's just like, you know, you're a really cool chick, you know, I'm not sure what's going on, like what's going on with you, but you know, if you need me, I'm there. I felt so bad. He was such a sweetheart, and I broke up with him laughing my butt off. Poor guy. I'm so sorry. Like, if you happen to watch this video and you know this is you, sorry I laughed. Okay, so third breakup story. This was kind of more of a recent one. It was when I was in high school though, but that was like kind of like my last like big relationship. So I was in high school was ending, and I was dating this guy for a while, and I knew I just knew like we weren't working out, and I caught him like in a few lies, and you know, like the situation wasn't very good. It was a negative relationship. And like I like call him over my house. We sit in my back porch, and I'm like, I like talk to him for a little bit, and then I'm like, I think we should break up. And I'm like super serious about it. And then like there's not even like a pause after I stop talking. He just goes, no. I'm like, what? What? Like, no? And he's just like, well, a relationship involves two people meshing together. So to be able to end a relationship, you need two people to end it. And then he's just like, what is your reasonings? And like, no means no. Like, I just felt so awkward. Like, what did he expect? Did he want me to like bring like a PowerPoint presentation and be like, dude, this is all the reasons why I'm breaking up with you? Like, why can't you just accept no? Like, obviously this isn't working out, and like I mentioned all the things before. But then like, so I say everything, he just goes, no. And then after that, like, I'm a little like stood back like, what? Like, I said I wanted to break up with you, and all you just say is no. I didn't know what to say. And then he kind of went into that whole like relationship philosophy he has, where like two people have to agree to break up. And like I was kind of like buying into it for a second because I was in the moment. And then like he wanted me to explain, and then I explained everything, and then he's just like, no, like, all your reasons don't make any sense. You're just being stupid. You're being brainwashed by your friends. Like, you should stop being friends with them. You know, trust me. All this is a lie. All this stuff. And then, like, I ended up texting him a few days later, and I was like, I got the receipts of you lying. I got the text messages. I got everything. And I'm like, everything will be fine if you just tell me right now that, you know, if you just tell me right now that you lied, and then, you know, everything will be fine. I'll continue dating, will be fine. I just want you to tell me. Like, tell me right now, come clean, because I hate liars. And then he's like, no. And then after like an hour of arguing with him, being like, I know you're lying, I'm like, okay, I'm just done. I have to end it. I'm sorry, I'm ending it over the phone. I know that's not very mature, but I can't break up with you in person because like you just talked me out of it. So then, yeah. So then I was like, I can't be with you. It's the end. And then finally he admitted to it. And I was like, no, we're still over. And then he's like, well, you said that if I come clean, then you'll be fine. I was like, I said that 2 hours ago, dude. So that's why that one was awkward. It was just super drawn out, and he didn't understand. No means no. I was not happy. Like, if you're in a relationship, you should be happy. I wasn't happy. I just wanted to end things. So that's why that one was awkward. Whew, this video got a little very personal. I wasn't expecting that when I first sat down. I was just like, I want to tell this story, this story, this story. And then when I sat down, I actually like went through it, and I was like, oh, that was a long time ago. I don't know why I'm still like heated by that. I'm like, that guy. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed my stories. If you have any funny breakup stories, just tell me down below. Thank you so much. I hope you watch the rest of my videos. Bye-bye.